What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Cutter, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. So Bob Arum is completely hating on Shakur. He recently did an interview with Cigar Talk, and in this interview, he disrespected Shakur, saying Shakur doesn't have a draw power. We know that Bob Arum's been doing this to a lot of black fighters. He did it to the likes of Terrence Crawford. He did it to Floyd Mayweather. It seems like it's a habit with Bob. When he has some of the best talents in the world, he wants to underpay these guys when these guys know their worth. Guys like Floyd Mayweather knew his worth. Guys like Terrence Crawford knew his worth. And those guys probably stood on business, was like, listen, I'm worth more than you're paying me, or what you're paying me is not enough. Like, because you're not going out your way to give me these big fights. You know, when it comes to guys like Vasily Lomachenko and guys like Inoue or Teofimo Lopez, Bob Arum was willing to go out his way and get those guys those fights. Are you telling me Vasily Lomachenko is a bigger draw than Shakur Stevenson? Is that what you're telling me? Do that even make sense? He's not even from America. Are you telling me he don't have his entire country behind him? When he fights in America, he does not sell out stadiums. Is that what y'all telling me, bro? So why hasn't he been on pay-per-view? Why isn't he a pay-per-view draw? What is y'all talking about? What is Bob Arum talking about? Vasily Lomachenko isn't a draw. He would have been on pay-per-view. The guy is damn near 30-something years old. But he used to say Crawford wasn't a draw. Yeah, Crawford had about 5 pay-per-views already. And Vasily Lomachenko has yet to have one. Well, actually, he did have one. He had one with Devin Haney. And that pay-per-view didn't do too well. It didn't do that well. But anyway, that's the only pay-per-view that I know of that he had. That was Vasily Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. Other than that, he hasn't been having no pay-per-views. He hasn't been doing nothing. Seriously. So we know Vasily Lomachenko is not a draw, but we'll never hear Bob Arum say that. We know Teofimo Lopez is not a draw. We'll never hear Bob Arum say that. The only guy we know is a draw, and that's only in his country. That's the monster, Inoue. You know? But I'm saying that to show the racial bias when it comes to Bob Arum and Top Rank. There is a certain level of racial bias over there. You know? Why does he always say that about certain black fighters that know their worth? And I'm talking about the ones that know their worth. The ones that are saying, listen, hey, you got to give me those big fights, man, or you got to pay me more money. Then he starts to say, hey, this guy can't sell. It's hard for people to get in the ring with him. Stupid shit. Shit that people is not going to believe, because we know people, guys that fight at Top Rank that are not draws, and you're still getting those guys big fights. So it makes absolutely no sense. Bob Arum has a history of doing this. I mean, the fact that he did it to Floyd is the worst one. You know, I'm not sure Terrence Crawford or Shakur will break Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view numbers, but the fact that he did it to Floyd is the most laughable one, because Floyd holds all of the pay-per-view numbers, all of the highest gates, and he's the richest boxer in this world of boxing right now. And Bob Arum for years used to say Floyd Mayweather wasn't a draw. He'll never be a pay-per-view star. So when we look at this man's track record, we must start questioning what he's saying. I see some people saying, yeah, Bob Arum is right, Shakur should have took the Devin Haney fight. But if y'all watch that interview, in the same breath, Bob Arum himself said Devin Haney never offered Shakur Stevenson any fight or any amount of money to make a fight. So y'all want to pick and choose what to say, right? Y'all want to pick and choose what to talk about, but y'all don't want to talk about the fact that Bob Arum said himself that Devin Haney never offered Shakur Stevenson a fight. Y'all don't want to talk about that, right? Why y'all don't want to talk about that? Why y'all don't want to talk about that? Bob Arum says Devin Haney never offered Shakur Stevenson a fight. Y'all only want to talk about the negatives when it comes to a guy y'all don't like. The reason why y'all trying to shit on Shakur is because y'all know Shakur is the biggest threat to Dev and Gervonta Davis. Dev happy as shit he got his old back. Now he's relevant again. Now he can make a big fight with Gervonta. Now he can make a big fight with Shakur if he wants that Shakur work. But he's been walking around at like 200-300 pounds. I'm exaggerating with the 300 pounds, but he's been walking around really, really big. And I'm not liking it. I think he needs to get back in the gym and stop being depressed and mad about the whole situation with Ryan Garcia. I think it's a wrong move that he's trying to make, talking about he's not fighting until Ryan comes back to the sport. That's the stupidest thing he'll ever do. Why would you take a year off because Ryan Garcia got suspended? That's so stupid, bro. You should be fighting, staying active so you can have the advantage on him. So when he comes back, you have the edge. You was active. See, some of these boxers, their mindset is really dumbed down. Like Devin Haney has the worst mindset in the sport of boxing. Why would you want to retire from boxing until Ryan Garcia comes back? That makes absolutely no sense. So you're willing to put your activity to the side just to wait for a guy, just so he can come back and y'all could be on an even playing field where both y'all have been inactive for a year, when you could have been active and you could be sharp, work on your defense, work on getting away from his hooks that you couldn't get away from when y'all fought. Like, what's wrong with this guy? But anyway, I don't want to get off topic. Bob Arum is a nut. I mean, that's the only word I can really describe him. He's a nut, bro. The way he's moving, even at the age he is, he does not get no pass because he's been doing the same shit. He's been doing the same shit for years, bro. And like I said before, the fact that he did it to Floyd is the craziest one of them all, because Floyd has broken all pay-per-view numbers and he's the highest paid athlete. And then he turns around and do it to Shakur and Bud? That's crazy.